If you're still prompting using AI, you are doing it completely wrong. That's like repeating every day to your employee what they should do because they are dumb. I stopped using prompting and my results have been skyrocketing. Like this article that didn't write any word made more than 200K impressions to my target avatar. And that's why I shifted from better prompts to better systems that update themselves. And there's one key thing that most people don't understand, and you're never going to prompt again. But first, let's understand the problem of prompting. I've been doing it for a while. So it's you prompt the AI and you get an output. You get a generic output and it repeats forever. So it's kind of annoying because you have all those tasks that you do and then you feed them to the AI every day and every time you repeat the same thing. For example, I used to have a snippet exactly tells me the same prompt. So I will copy paste that into ChatGPT or Claude, which reminds me how it was to work with people that would not think the same way you do, to be nice. When I was 20, I worked as a project manager for a discount shop. And that discount shop wanted to implement a referral system with some points and everything at the cashier. So like this customer come back. I was in charge of a part of this project and I was talking with the guy that was in charge with managing the cashier. He was telling me, you know, Antoine, like with the cashier, we got to tell them every day the same thing. Otherwise, they're not going to do it. Every day, repeat and repeat and repeat. And that's how it works with your prompts. You have to repeat them all the time. And if you like that, no problem. I want to spend my life on better things. And for the funny part of the story, actually, I had to think on how to block everything because it was a discount shop. And discount shop means cheap hustler mentality where they're going to try to get things for free, where maybe the cashier will give more points to her friends or whatsoever. So I was the one putting the roadblocks and everything on it. Don't worry, nobody managed to abuse the system. That's why you got to stop treating AI like a dumb employee. And you want to treat it like your A-player employee. Training. And that goes with skills. When you find someone great to work with, it's amazing, right? I had that the past 2 years. I was like, wow, it's the best thing in the world. And I come with skills. If you teach someone a good skill, they're going to do it. They're going to improve it. And it's going to be way better. Now, a skill is not just a prompt that is saved in your AI. You write it once and it works forever, but it has few parts that are completely different from prompts. And at the beginning, I did not understand it. I was like, boy, isn't the same thing? No. And that's why we're going to dive deep and I'm going to show you how to create them and why you should use them. So a skill is something that you build once, but it has many different things in it. It has knowledge, it has rules, it has voice and context. And it will give you consistent output that will be better. Now, why this is important? Prompts is like asking a stranger the same thing every day. You know, if you run a business that has like some ups and downs, sometimes you have to hire people from outside, they come and then they help you do the cashier during Christmas, right? You gotta explain them everything all the time. But if you teach someone the skills and then you train them, then they don't need you anymore. And there's another part that is important, that is the knowledge. Why? Because AI is kind of full of garbage. It's trained on the global internet, and the global internet is mostly garbage. So that's why you will often get generic outputs where people don't feel that it's human, they don't feel that it's you. While if you use your skill, it will have your context and it will sound like you. It's the same goal, but that's going to be completely different result. A prompt will give you hours plus generic. It was going to be a mere result where my friends would be like, oh, so when you do with the AI, like you prompt and then it comes back to you and then you, no, I don't do back and forth like that. And I'm going to show you the proof because that's what I do. What I've been teaching you, what I show you in my video, I'm using it in my business. I use the skills. And once you build the good skills, it's ballistic, the results you will get. This article plus 200K views, right? We saw it. And there are a few other ones that did well. I want just to take this example because it links to another video. And even what do you think on the screen now? This was written with a skill. You think I will spend all my time dragging boxes like that? You think that's a good use of my time? Are you crazy? I'm going to show you that in a minute so you can show off at your next business meeting. Look, I pasted the transcript of the video. I just built a complete 100 million offer that I did in 10 minutes. This is a video I have on my YouTube channel. Turn this transcript into an article for X. What the AI did. I will read the X article skill first to ensure I follow the proper form with it. Understand? Now it goes and check the skill on X article. Then it's going to read Antoine's voice skill. So it talks like me. And it's going to go, okay, build the key elements, copy the final output, hook choice, and then it gives me the article. And I invite you, you can click pause, you can go on it. This is the exact same thing as what I put on X. Look, the always dead, we get the same thing. The only thing I do is a quick read, and I usually remove those because people still think that if you have those, this is AI. And people loved it. As simple as that. Got a bunch of followers, bunch of people that are interested in this. And for me, it was one input, which was the video that I wrote from my system. It's crazy how now I can spend more time on ideas and help more people in one go. It's like having an army of good assistants. So now how does a skills work? I think I will make a video in detail, but I can show you how easy it is. I felt so dumb when I realized I was not using it. When you're in Claude, you go into settings. Once you're in settings, you go into capabilities. For now, I don't think the other AI have that. And here, if I scroll at the bottom, I will have my skills. That's my skills. I can add some, so I can create one to chat with Claude. It can be, I write it if I have, or I upload a file. Lucky you, I just built a skill for this video because I wanted to be able to show those diagrams easily. So let's create a skill together. Using your skill creator skill, first ask me, what skill should I do? And I just say this, I want to create a simple and purposeful visual explainer for my videos with it. This has to focus a lot on how the human can learn and understand easily while keeping his attention. I will need to be able to copy paste the mermaid. That's because on Excalibur, you have here mermaid to Excalibur. And what it did, I gave him the documentation of it. It just went on the internet, search everything, fetch the API, fetch the GitHub, check the JS, looking for the workflow, looking at output patterns, all that. And what it gave me at the end is this, the skill. But you can see that the skill is a massive prompt, but it also has reference. And that's what I mean. Reference are uber important. This is the part where everyone miss. You don't give any reference. So you like, make me a cake. What kind of cake you want? I don't know what kind of standards you have for cakes. Like a German cake versus a French cake. We can't compare. One is not even food. I'm not going to tell you which one. You know it already. But that's where the skills are going to be magical. And did it took long? No, I received the skill and I just asked one thing. Can you update the skill so it gives me as well a global diagram? And that's what you have here, where you have the beginner that will have the AI prompting, generic output, repeat forever. Then it upgrades to the pro one. It builds the skills that will give you your knowledge with your voice, with your context, and that makes result that scales. This is how I built the $100 million offer tool. This is how I got the 200K views on X. Like this thing works way more than you think. I'm probably sure some people here are going to think, well, I'm not going to subscribe and click on the notification bell because I do not care about growing my business. And some others are just going to miss it. They're just going to be, yeah, but you know, I'm comfortable with ChatGPT, it knows me and everything. That's BS. You can literally export the memory of ChatGPT, put it into Claude. Do not let complacency be the enemy of your success. That's what I did for long. And that's my goal, that you guys don't do it. Let's create one skill, for example. I want to be a better manager with my employees. I'm just riffing here. Let's see what kind of skill it's going to create, because like I'm forcing it to create a skill that I don't really need. And that's where it's different. You see that? Before I draft the skill, let me ask you a few clarifying questions to make it really useful. Boom, the input format, the team context, the feedback, the tone preference. You understand, if I put a prompt, the AI wouldn't even care. They just say, yeah, you asked me to push the table, I pushed the table. Yeah, but you pushed it out off the cliff. Well, you didn't tell me how far I should push the table, I didn't know. This is the difference. Where you build the skills is asking you, but how do you want me to push the table? You want me to push it on the side? Where should it be? Like, how could it? And it's going to clarify with you. If you want me to do a full video about skills, let me know in the comments. But you should definitely watch this video where I go in details into something else that's going to blow your mind. And I'm not even kidding. It was a pleasure. And don't forget one thing though, stay hands up. Ciao.